What do you think is the toughest animal on Earth? Is it a lion, a tiger, a great white shark, maybe a grizzly bear? Well, what if I told you the true champion of survival is an animal so small you can't see it, but you can probably find it right now in your own backyard. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear or moss piglet. These guys are microscopic invertebrates, usually less than half a millimeter long. You'd need a microscope to see one, but if you could, you'd find a chubby, 8-legged creature that looks like a tiny squishy bear. They live almost everywhere on the planet, from the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, but they especially love damp places like moss and lichens. Just a single drop of water from a clump of moss could be teeming with these little critters. They seem cute and harmless, but don't let their cuddly appearance fool you. Tardigrades are, without a doubt, the most indestructible animals we know of. They are practically immortal. So, what makes them so tough? Let's start with their superpowers. Superpower number 1. They can handle extreme temperatures that would obliterate any other form of life. You could boil a tardigrade at over 150 degrees Celsius. That's 300 degrees Fahrenheit, far above the boiling point of water, and it would be just fine. Or you could freeze it down to near absolute zero, just 1 degree above the coldest possible temperature in the universe. A temperature where atoms themselves practically stop moving. When it thaws out, the tardigrade just stretches its little legs and crawls away as if nothing happened. Scientists have even revived tardigrades that were frozen in ice for over 30 years. It's like they have a built-in thermostat with an infinite range. For us, a few degrees of temperature change can be a matter of life or death. For a tardigrade, it's just another Tuesday. But wait, there's more. Superpower number 2. They can withstand insane amounts of pressure and radiation. How much pressure? Try 6 times the pressure found in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of any ocean on Earth. At that depth, the crushing force would instantly turn a submarine into a pancake, but a tardigrade wouldn't even flinch. It's like having a personal, indestructible force field. And then there's radiation. They can survive doses of X-rays and gamma rays hundreds of times higher than the lethal dose for a human. If a nuclear apocalypse happened, the tardigrades would probably be the ones left to inherit the Earth, casually munching on whatever moss survives alongside them. They make our most hardened survivalists look like delicate flowers. Okay? So they can handle hot, cold, pressure, and radiation. What else have you got? How about the vacuum of outer space? This is where it gets truly mind-blowing. In 2007, scientists decided to test the absolute limits of the tardigrade. They launched a satellite into orbit with a bunch of these little water bears on board, in space. They opened the container and exposed the tardigrades directly to the hard vacuum and intense solar radiation of low Earth orbit. No atmosphere, no protection, just pure, unfiltered space. For humans, this exposure would be instantly fatal. Our blood would boil, our cells would rupture. But for the tardigrade, when the satellite returned to Earth and the researchers rehydrated them, many of them were completely fine. They woke up, started moving around, and even laid eggs that hatched into healthy baby. They are the only animal known to have survived direct exposure to outer space. This isn't science fiction, it's a documented scientific fact. So, what's their secret? How do they pull off these impossible feats of survival? The answer lies in a remarkable ability called cryptobiosis. It's essentially a state of suspended animation, a way of pressing the pause button on life itself when conditions get tough, like when their environment dries up or it gets too hot or too cold. The tardigrade doesn't just die. Instead, it activates its ultimate defense mechanism. It retracts its head and all 8 of its legs, curls up, and expels almost all the water from its body, losing up to 97% of its water content. It transforms into a tiny, desiccated, lifeless-looking ball called a ton. In this stunned state, its metabolism slows down to less than 0.01% of its normal rate. It's practically dead, but not quite. It's in a state of stasis, protected by special sugars and proteins in its cells that prevent them from collapsing or being damaged. This indestructible little ball can now withstand just about anything the universe can throw at it. It can wait in this state for decades, maybe even centuries, patiently waiting for conditions to improve. Then all it takes is a single drop of water. When rehydrated, the ton unfolds. Its legs pop back out, its body plumps up, and within minutes, the tardigrade is back to life, crawling around and looking for a meal as if it just took a short nap. It's the ultimate survival strategy. This brings up a huge question. If tardigrades have these unbelievable survival skills, why aren't we using their secrets to make ourselves indestructible? Why KUN? We just borrow their DNA and become super resilient humans who can survive space travel without a ship. Well, it's not that simple. The biological gap between a microscopic invertebrate and a complex mammal like a human is enormous. We're talking about a completely different blueprint for life. A tardigrade's entire body is designed around this cryptobiosis state. Our bodies, with our complex organ systems, circulatory system, and massive water content, simply aren't built for that kind of radical transformation. Trying to make a human enter a ton state would be like trying to fold a skyscraper into a suitcase. The complexity is just on another level. Their survival isn't just one magic gene. It's an entire suite of interlocking biological systems perfected over 500 million years of evolution. But that doesn't mean we can learn from them. In fact, the future of medicine, agriculture, and even space exploration could be inspired by these tiny water bears. Scientists are intensely studying the unique proteins that allow tardigrades to protect their cells during dehydration and radiation exposure. One of these proteins, nicknamed DSUP4 damage suppressor, has already been shown to protect human DNA from X-ray damage when introduced into human cells in a lab. Imagine what this could mean. We could develop new ways to protect astronauts from cosmic radiation on long missions to Mars. The applications here on Earth are just as exciting. Think about preserving life-saving medicines and vaccines. Many of them need constant refrigeration, which is a huge challenge in remote or developing parts of the world. What if we could use tardigrade-inspired proteins to make these substances stable at room temperature? It would revolutionize global health. In agriculture, we could engineer crops to be more resistant to drought by giving them some of the tardigrades' dehydration-fighting abilities. This could help feed a growing global population in a world with a changing climate. The potential is immense. We might not be able to become tardigrades, but we can definitely borrow a few pages from their survival playbook. So, the next time you see a patch of moss after it rains, remember the hidden world of microscopic superheroes living inside it. The tardigrade is a living testament to the sheer resilience of life. It's a tiny, eight-legged reminder that the toughest things often come in the smallest packages. While we may never be able to curl up into an indestructible ball and wake up a century later, the secrets held within these water bears could one day help us solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. They are nature's ultimate survivors, and we are just beginning to understand the incredible lessons they have to teach us. Thanks for watching. If you found these little guys as amazing as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of the natural world. See you next time.